Hey there, welcome to Fit Club. I'm Jelaine, I'm your host, and today we're going to talk about halters. Halters. If you are a new horse owner, or if you're just now going and looking for your first horse to buy, then you're going to need a halter. They don't come with them. Surprisingly enough, most people don't realize that when you buy a horse, you do need to bring your own halter in order to take that horse home. So if you go to a tack store, you're going to find that there are dozens of different halters. Beautiful ones, expensive ones, blingy ones. But it's like, what kind of halter do you really need to start with? So we're going to talk about a couple of basic halters today. Your one all-around halter is going to be a leather halter. One that's similar to this, okay? You've got nice stitching on the halter, and it's pretty sturdy. You don't have to get really expensive one because they can run pretty expensive, but you don't want to get the cheapest ones either because you do want the leather to hold up for a little period of time. But you can use this halter anywhere from just your day-to-day, taking the horse in and out of his stall, put them in the cross ties, grooming them, all the way up to the show ring. So depending on if you show halter or if you show showmanship or whatever and you need a halter, a good leather halter is a good thing to buy. Okay? Now, that said, you can also get a nylon halter. And nylon halter is very good for day-to-day use as well. And this is a little one, belongs to my best friend Churro. He's a little mini donkey. And you see he's got a little bling on his nose band and right there on the cheek. And this is a nylon halter. But it is good for your day-to-day. Okay, when you're taking the horse in and out, if you have him in the grooming stall, wash stall, it makes it very easy to clean. Now, if I turn my horse out, though, if I have to turn him out in a paddock for a little period of time, or if I put him in a pasture, you don't want to turn them out with a nylon halter unless it has a breakaway to it. Okay, and this does not have a breakaway feature to it, which makes it a little dangerous to turn a horse out into an open area, because if they get their head caught on something or snatched, they can't, there's nothing that gives with this. Okay, and it could injure the horse. Other than that, day-to-day use, a nylon halter is very easy to clean, a lot easier to clean than the leather halter, because I can just take the water hose to it, spray the mud and dirt off of it, and be done. Okay? Now that said, a nylon halter with a breakaway feature. Okay? So this is a nylon halter. Again, it has the same materials and benefits as the other halter, except that it has this breakaway crown to it. You notice that all of this is nylon except for this leather piece that's right here. And that means if the horse did get caught on something and put enough pressure, this piece right here, because it's very thin leather, it would give and it would break, and that horse would be able to get away and have a little freedom, okay, without injuring himself. So breakaways are very important, very good. Usually if I have a choice between the two, I always buy a nylon halter with a breakaway feature. I don't usually just buy a nylon halter unless it's so dazzling that I just have to have it. Okay? Now, that said, all of those are good for day-to-day, everyday, bringing the horse in and out. Now, rope halters, because people ask, what is the difference between having a nylon halter or a leather halter? Why do I need a rope halter? Okay, so this is a rope halter. Now, a rope halter can still be used for day-to-day, but again, not for turnout, because there is no breakaway feature to this. It does not give. Now this one is a pretty stiff one, and the reason I like it is because it is for training, okay? And that's pretty much what you want to use your rope halter for. It's for training. So you notice here, this one has 4 knots in the front where it fits across the nose, and that's to exert a certain amount of pressure. Now, a lot of trainers say they like the rope halters because it gives more effective communication between you and the horse, okay? More so than having a nylon halter, which won't give the same amount of pressure against the face in certain places where you want it, okay? Again, this is not something you want to turn a horse out in, but this is a working feature. So it's more of a tool that you like to have. So if you're beginning and if you're just looking for your first horse, my recommendation is to get a nylon halter with a breakaway feature and get a nice leather halter. Because if you do go to shows or if you go to clinics or if you show up for a lesson somewhere with a clinician, it's nice to have a nice halter that makes your horse look good. Okay? So that's it for all the different types of halters and a good recommendation for a halter for you to start off with. And as always, I'll see you in our next videos. Check out the ones that have how to size a halter. I'll see you then.